Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Dota 2 Champions League. We're here with Imperial versus Rebels, game number 2 of the BO5. And Imperial are one game up after a long fought game against Rebels, taking 18-minute racks against them and still managing to pull the game back in their favor. So Imperial, one match up. Can they take this to a 2-0? We'll see. Mike is here to join me for game number 2, 3, and 4. But unfortunately, I did mute myself, so he didn't hear that intro again. So, hello, Mike.
I'm sure it was awesome. I bet there was at least a Star Wars reference in there.
No, there wasn't actually.
There wasn't?
No.
I'm disappointed.
It's okay.
Well, I'll leave
chill
those
the
references
memes
to you, because Imperial, that was some comeback. Like, it didn't really look like it because I think, always had the kill lead throughout that entire game. But they were racks down. They were very behind, kill lead or not. They were behind or at parity in net worth. They weren't really ahead until the tail end of that game. But now we have a Drow Ranger. She gets through because Magnus actually got banned. He was banned in the first game as well, which is kind of curious.
Yeah, and what, Mag got banned? Do you
Yeah,
say
Magnus was banned in the first game also.
I think Magnus Juggernaut is just a thing that people have been running a lot recently. It's really powerful. It just doesn't seem like it, but it's really powerful. Because Jug gets a lot of agility-based items like Yasha and what was that item? Can't remember. But yeah, he gets a lot of damage comes from his base damage, so Empower really amps it up and makes Omni Slash in close quarters really, really powerful. And I love this Clockwork pickup right away. We saw who played this? Rochka, I think? Oh wait, no, Shashlo played this.
Yeah, it's usually Shachlo playing the Clockwork. It's easy. It plays a pretty mean clock, and just clock in a vacuum up against Drow Ranger is kind of the hero you want to have. And wow, I love it from Rebels. Like, this isn't your standard opening. You have like heroes like OD still in the pool up against Imperial, so you know you're putting yourself at risk by not picking one of those. But Earth Spirit and Clockwork are the heroes you want to have up against Drow Ranger based drafts for Imperial.
Yeah, and we'll see what they immediately follow it up with. I'm keeping my fingers crossed for a Baby Knight Sniper, but never mind. He decides to be unfun and go for OD. Okay.
Sniper and Drow Ranger are pretty much the same hero as far as what they need to do position-wise in the fight. So OD there's a little bit more leeway. He still wants to be in the back, and obviously that's not always going to happen. But I mean, you have a chance to get OD with Drow Ranger. You're not going to pass that one up. They're so incredibly powerful with one another. OD already has a very high amount of damage. Now he has even more, which is disgusting in and of itself. And the Imprison is actually really, really useful up against what Rebels have. Like, Clockwork hook into a Drow Ranger, usually it's really bad. Usually you're pretty screwed, but with Imprison you actually have some sort of counterplay. And OD also usually goes for Force Staff into Hurricane Pike, so you can just force whoever's hooked shot out of that situation, and usually you're going to be okay as well.
Oh, we'll see the PA being banned out, so they've had enough of that. No, actually no, Imperial banned it out themselves. I've always gotten tricked by teams that ban out heroes that they previously did well with.
So, do you want to know what's going to happen right now for Imperial? They're setting up for a Centaur pick, calling it right now.
Okay.
I like the
Flame
Centaur ban. A Centaur. I don't know. Offlane Centaur, I guess. I want to see a Centaur with a Drow Ranger, goddammit.
Why?
Because then you could just run. Well, Stampede is insane. You could just sit in front of towers and chip them down super easily. They don't need it. I just want to see it.
Okay. You know, when you say calling it out, I'm like scrambling over the draft, like, what did I miss? What did I miss? But
no, that wasn't really like a next level. They're definitely picking up this. This is a I'm calling this because I want to see it.
All right.
Never mind. Okay, jeez.
Okay.
Lysander with the judgment.
No, not judgment. I mean, it's like, okay. Like, okay, like really, okay. No judgment. I don't know how to say it without any non-judgmental vibes.
Dude,
but
I'm messing with you. Imperial probably are just gonna go ahead and do, I want to say, just like standard Drow Ranger things.
Oracle.
Joe, his Puck and Slaughter are both banned out. Just initiators for the Drow Ranger. Usually you just do want to have someone in the front lines with the Drow Ranger draft.
I really like the Oracle, I think. It's good because you have that double layered defense with OD as well. So never mind, Oracle's not that good now.
Dire team's turn to pick.
It could still happen. But
Still
with Silencer,
playable.
you usually want to get an off lane that punishes the Silencer Earth Spirit. Because Earth Spirit will be roaming, so it'll only be Silencer. So which off laner beats Silencer in a one-on-one harassment fight?
5 seconds
No
remaining.
one, right?
Yeah, that's a tough call. Like, I think
Reserve time.
Darkseer probably has an edge there that some other heroes won't. If you really are interested in just demolishing that lane by any means necessary, then you pick up Broodmother, and Silencer is utter garbage up against the Broodmother. But I'm not sure if Imperial really want to go down that route. They have done so in the past, so I wouldn't really say that it's a 0% possibility. It's just
Yeah,
more
Broodmother
unlikely
could work.
than some of the other picks.
Brood will be I would say Brood. I don't even think Brood is that greedy. Wow.
Radiant
This is some
team's turn
old
to pick.
school stuff. I think we did see a Visage not too long ago from a Chinese team. Am I wrong?
I remember it as being not good. I remember like the first time
They
he
won,
summoned his
right?
familiars, they just immediately
10
died,
seconds remaining.
and then he just used it to like push towers and stuff. But I mean, it's Visage Drow.
5
Like
seconds remaining.
it's a classic combination. You just need someone to. They would need some stuns, Imperial. That is a concern right now. They don't really have that many, but they're going for just like the good old textbook Drow Ranger draft.
Alright, we'll see what happens here. The Rebels lineup looking a little bit odd, you know, not the three heroes you often see in the meta. Maybe more Earth Spirit than the other two, but still, Silencer, Clockwork, not your first three pick material. So really have to see how Rebels make of them. What cores are you looking at here for Rebels? Razor?
They just need a hero that can get in and kill heroes very, very quickly. And that's why they banned out the Phantom Assassin. Just it's a hero that jumps in and kills heroes very, very quickly. Ursa is definitely not the worst. They would like to have, if they can, heroes with mobility. From the Rebel side, you have Silencer and Clockwork to cover your initiation in. So
Storm?
you're looking at probably...
Ooh.
I was actually not going to say Luna. I was going to say
Dire
Slark
team's turn to
Weaver.
pick.
Maybe Weaver's not actually that great up against Imperial, but Luna is...
Odd.
Yeah, I'm not really sure I like this Luna pick because up against Drow Ranger drafts, Luna is inherently not a tanky hero, even though she has a lot of heroes in front of her and a lot of cover. You can just right click down on Luna and
What
she
if-
will not win a damage trade with the Drow or OD.
What if this was a Veil Luna SD draft? Silencer go mid, and then suddenly you
Reserve time.
pull out the last pick SD, and then suddenly you're like, oh no, we walked into it. Yes?
You're up against OD with orbs.
True. You're spoiling
Like,
the fun.
It's still very, very powerful, but I think Imperial have... Like, it's going to be a curveball, but not enough of a curveball to completely screw over Imperial. So, it's definitely a possibility. I actually wouldn't mind that too much.
Silencer's
since
not bad
Silencer
against
with
OD.
Earth Spirit help can do well up against an
Ooh.
OD.
Radiant
A lot
team's
of,
turn to
a
pick.
lot
Like,
of color
so
color
old
coordination here from Imperial. I like it.
Undying Visage Drow Tri-Lane. They can offensive Tri-Lane this as well and keep the Earth Spirit up top. They probably will, in fact. So now they can get actually anyone for the safe
10
lane.
seconds
Like,
remaining.
Joe can play literally any hero in the game and he'll be okay.
5
And
seconds remaining.
Maybe not literally.
I wouldn't advise Crystal Maiden
Reserve
safe
time.
lane.
Yeah, Techie's safe lane, man. Techie's safe lane up against the Clockwork.
You
Easy
laugh.
peasy.
You laugh. Ever get trapped? Just kaboom.
Dire team ban.
They can just they can Darkseer, they can Tidehunter here. They can
X.
Bristleback here even. Like they have so many options.
Or a range hero, maybe.
10 seconds remaining.
Queen, Puck.
Puck's
Dire
banned.
team's turn to pick.
Mirana safe lane? Does Hesse Joe play Mirana?
Yeah, Miranda will do really well against Clock. Especially with Drow Aura. That's assuming they go tri-lane, right? In the aggressive tri-lane?
Yeah.
It probably is, right? Undying and Visage. I think Rebels are forced
it-
to pick a defensive support here.
Yeah, it's so powerful. Like I
5
could see them
seconds
just
remaining.
at least testing it to see how well it does. If they lose a couple kills, whatever, they can dissolve it and should be fine.
Reserve time.
Really for Imperial right now, they just want to have a hero who has a neutral matchup at worst up against the Clockwork, and there are a lot of heroes that do that. Now, I would actually like to see a Venomancer here for Imperial.
Oh, maybe go greedy, go Ember Spirit or something.
Oh, that's super greedy, dude.
Yeah, Ember is not too good. I mean, I think a ranged hero would do well here. A ranged solo like Mirana, Queen of Pain, even Razor.
Yeah,
Razor is not too bad.
You can do like the range thing and just fully capitalize on Drow, or you could get the melee kind of frontliner thing going on for the
Centaur?
Imperial squad.
Get your
Ooh.
Centaur.
How about a Batten?
A Baden?
Yeah, for some sustain.
10 seconds remaining.
Yeah, I guess. It's not too good against Clock. Oh, I was about to say Nature's Prophet, but then I looked at Clock and I was like, that's kind of dumb, right? I guess not. I love the team.
I believe you.
Imperial have my vote because they did the team twice. But no,
Well,
I was about to call Nature's Prophet, and I kept looking at the Clockwork, and I'm like, do I want to look like a fool? Never mind.
5 seconds remaining.
No, I said Venomancer, dude. I guess Venomancer is a little bit more played than Nature's Prophet nowadays. But, I mean, you have a massive amount of summons, which is going to be absolutely fantastic for Clockwork.
And the gank.
You, I guess, have things to absorb bounces. Well, Alchemist is pretty good up against Nature's Prophet, so that's a little bit of a problem. But Nature's Prophet has the ability to 5-man incredibly early. Like, sooner than anyone else, he can join that offensive tri-lane, if it is, again, going to be that, and then just shove down the tower, and Rebels will have pretty much nothing to answer it with, because their AoE is limited to Alchemist's Acid Spray and a little bit of damage from the Earth Spirit, none of which is incredibly impressive. So I really do like the Nature's Prophet. It's very similar, at least early game-wise, to that Venomancer that I mentioned.
Yeah, I was about to say that I want to say that the Prophet's really good as well because he can make that aggressive tri-lane a complete nightmare for Rebels as well, because that teleportation down with the NP with all that drow damage as well, it's going to be really life-threatening. You get a Sprout Trap here and someone, suddenly they're surrounded by zombies. You can have a Sprout Trap followed,
5 seconds remaining.
you have a Banish that sets up a Sprout Trap on the Alchemist. You have a lot of things that could happen here, and a lot of gank potential coming out with that Prophet. There is the Clockwork to look out for, but like you said, if there was a 5-man going on, you don't really worry about the Clockwork, right?
Imperial have, I mean, the OD is definitely going to go for a 4-staff build. The Drow Ranger has the option of not doing that, but can also do that, and then just the Clockwork cogs are going to be really difficult to have to be influential in those fights. You could hookshot cog, but then the guys just
Okay, I need to ask you, have you ever seen this Drow set? I have never seen this Drow set. Must be one of those perfect world ones. It's a genuine...
It looks pretty good. I like it.
I still think the EE one is the best.
Oh, they're gonna crash into Seedoy?
They're gonna walk right into Luna, and he's just standing there. Okay, AFK Luna. Oh no, getting body blocked! Where's the banish? No.
That would have been the sickest move of all time. It doesn't really matter that they don't get it, but I mean, it would have been nice, obviously, but it's not the end of the world. But that would have been just nasty if they got that.
The worst thing was that Seedoy was just AFK there. He didn't even notice that the smoke broke. Oh, they're still
going in. They're going even deeper. Do they want to mess with Tama Wild stacks? They're not placing any blocking wards.
Maybe Joe's
They're just like
gonna
hoping
put
that someone from Rebels
here.
gets
I think
stupid
Joe's gonna put treants here. Yeah, he's gonna stick treants into the thing and.
Is he?
He's gonna jungle right away. Okay.
No, I don't think so. He's gone for a ton of tangos, lots of stats.
So is it
he just
2
wants
and 2?
to mess with this lane. This lane setup for Imperial
2 and 2
is not incredibly offensive, but just Undying running at Luna is rough times because she's already very soft, losing extra strength. That sucks. So yeah, I think they can find some success with this, but I think they could have found more, maybe at higher risk if they put the full Drow tri-lane down here.
Well, they want to have that Drow visage to punish the Clockwork. Don't want to give him too much space to work with. And yeah, like you said, it's the greedy play here, but Joe should be relatively secure with Neuer guiding him up. So we'll see how much pressure Fervian as well as the Earth Spirit can put onto him. But this does free up the OD from Earth Spirit harassment, which is a win for them, I think.
Alchemist somehow has 8 CS versus OD's 1. So Tama Wild's doing pretty okay for himself in this early stage, even up against Precision Aura OD. The lane shouldn't stay like this, so I'd expect a change. But Alchemist is the last pick for Rebels is a little bit greedy. Like, he's not really the best at fighting. You're going up against a pushing draft, obviously. The Acid Spray is nice for holding the high ground if you're in those situations, but yeah, I'm not sure I'm 100% behind this Alchemist. They would really need some Earth Spirit help, I feel, if they are going to make this Alchemist if they're going to make this Alchemist mid work.
Yeah. And yeah, Undying already gonna look to pressure this. I'm not yeah, this... How did the wave get pulled? Okay, the wave got dragged up there. So they dragged their own wave to the top, and then in the end, the Luna has to deal with last hits under the tower for a bit. So the rune there gonna be snatched at perfect by Rochka. Gonna deny Neuer up that pocket change. Gonna be pretty mad about that. And the Alchemist finds a regen rune. OD securing some nice last hits there on the top lane. Has to buy himself a pack of tangles as well as a salve. No bottle for him just yet. Picked up a second null actually. Now, what are we talking about? No bottle for OD. Oh, meanwhile Neuer is killing this Earth Spirit. What the hell?
You don't mess with Undying, dude. Like, I don't care who you are. If you're messing with Undying level 1, you're probably doing it wrong.
Oh no, Fervian is in a lot of trouble. I think the Prophet can teleport in for a kill. Not going for it.
Does he have teleport? He does.
He does. Yeah.
He has teleport, but no sprout, so...
Yeah.
I mean,
and Luna could be there to loosen him.
Yeah. Or like right now, Neuer isn't looking for kills.
Oh,
He's just looking to be a pest. And it's working very well.
Okay, meanwhile...
That happens.
Visage dying to the off-lane. That is not the plan. But Prophet does come in with a teleport to snipe off that return kill. But meanwhile, Neuer in a lot of trouble there. Doesn't get the DK off in time, so punished. -2 for him. As his lane partner just leaves the lane to him, leaves him to his own devices there. So the Luna combo, a lot of damage output between the three of them because of the Luna blessing. So not the only one with auras here, let's say.
And Earth Spirit on the offensive, Silencer on the offensive is just being able to poke at him is quite nice. And they're gonna do the same thing on Hester Joe. He's pretty dead too. He's gonna try to fight and trade, but he's not gonna get out of here alive.
-2. That's what really sucks about this whole thing. The Orb of Venom decay in 1 second. Does he roll away in time? That's it. Down he goes. So it's a 1-for-1, but it's a +4 for Silencer as far as he's concerned. So he's happy. And Silencer got those both last hits as well.
Oof.
That's a lot of money to a support Silencer. Boots up. Oh, they found the Alchemist. This is huge. The Sprout comes in and there's the body block. I'll look for the kill there, but the Stout Shield, the Poor Man's Shield actually blocking a lot of that damage. One more right click here, we should find it. And Joe, with that Observer Vision, gets the clicks in, finding the Alchemist. And that's a huge one to get as well.
Oh, OD, look at this build. No Imprison, just Aura and Orb. Wants to get into the thick of things and start just like wailing at people. Top lane Rise.
Rise. Dead.
He's dead.
That could be a nice setup here, but a good kick comes across, the silence goes off. There's no marksmanship just yet. And the Prophet teleported in the wrong way. So there shouldn't be a kill here. They're looking for the Earth Spirit, but Rochka very happily circumvents this entire thing. Very interesting build from the OD, yeah, now that you mention it. I feel like 1 point of Banish is value though.
Yeah, I mean, he's gonna end up with that 1 point of Banish, but you want to be able to pressure an Alchemist as much as you can just straight up. Roger's still back here. He has another rollout, which I guess has a very similar cooldown to Sprout when Renee's probably going to use it. TP not far enough. Yo, look at
they
this
even dropped the
space
tomb
from the Earth Spirit.
That tomb wasted completely, and okay, he doesn't have TP. He does have TP, so I don't know why he took so long. There are no stunts.
It was on cooldown for like another, like when that chase started, it was on cooldown for like 30 seconds, so he had to waste some time there. Okay. Mission accomplished, I suppose.
Gets out of there. Gonna be very happy. Gonna be very proud of himself actually. But OD actually getting the orbs in. I think that's how you beat Alchemist in lane, I guess. Just orb him with your Drow Aura. Just put out the damage. Meanwhile, Drow TP's down to the bottom lane. Speaking of which, the marksmanship is up, so maybe he wants to apply some pressure. Doesn't have a mana for Gust though, so no, he's just gonna farm Ancients. Is that it? Wow, he's gonna farm Ancients. Okay, so giving the Visage to farm and taking Ancients. Interesting.
It's not the slowest in the world. Like, she even has the Quelling Blade, so clear line of sight, a little bit of extra damage. Gone for the max damage build, at least as much as you can for a Drow Ranger. I do like it how they are going to try to give the Visage an earlier level 6.
No kill. How sick would it be if you used the Tombstone to block off that Sprout trap as they eat through it? That'll be cool.
Doesn't Tombstone destroy trees? Can you do that?
You're ruining my fun.
Maybe no. I'm asking if you can still do that. Maybe you can like block him off and it won't destroy it in the AoE.
Okay, so Noya is about to
I don't
feed
know.
he fed a Tombstone over. He dodges the roll, but he's about to get loose and beamed up, and probably gonna
Now
lose
Noya's
another 2
screwed.
intel.
They hook shot Estijo too on bottom.
Oh, nice Sprout. Gets himself out of there. Shashlo does have a rocket, but he shouldn't be able to kill him off. But oh, he's just running forward. He gets him. Wow, that's a really fast clockwork.
I keep my enemies close, and their corpses.
Another disaster early game, except for Baby Knight's lane, who is actually just dumpstering this Alchemist with the orb spam. That's a really cool. It's a really cool counter. He must have played a lot of. He must have played a lot of OD against Alchemists to do this. I don't believe I've seen this build in a while.
Baby Knight plays a lot of OD. Say it ain't so. I mean, it is a good build up against other melee heroes since you're able to.
He does play a
get
lot
more
of OD,
right-clicks
right?
in. You're more rewarded for getting right clicks in because of precision aura. He is also not being ganked all by Earth Spirit, which would make Imprison at least level 1 like a lot more useful for him, just to get rid of the Earth Spirit and then run away afterwards, or the Alchemist run away afterwards. So if he's not getting jumped by the Earth Spirit, he doesn't have to worry about Imprison. It may end up fighting him, but so far it's working out pretty well. And in that meantime, Visage has grabbed level 5, so he's a very high level, but he's gonna get jumped by Shotchlo. And if Visage gets hookshot in, I think he's just dead.
Yeah. Oh, smoke breaks and Rise says, "No, please."
TP coming in, maybe he's not dead.
Oh, nice Sprout though. That's really nice, and the Sonic Boom goes across as well, and this time they might have caught him. I think Rise is still dead though. Good heal coming out. There's the Soul Assumption, finds him now. Rochka doesn't have enough burst. The Grave Chill is there, the Silence as well. They strike him down in a great response here from Imperial. They shut down the Rebel attack. And yeah, we're gonna have an extended version of the Empire Strikes Back.
Did the Treants force the Visage out of the cogs or just not land
I
in the
think
meantime?
that and the Sprout
Alchemist
again
dying.
OD the solo kill, but he's dying now.
Yeah, he has no Imprison, man. Gotta get that Imprison. I mean,
Minus
whatever,
2.
man. You kill off the Alchemist twice by yourself. You're allowed to die once. I want to say something jank went on there with the Nature's Call and the
Yeah,
cogs.
too many
I'm
things in
not
the
playing-
cog space. Oh, nice Silence. Could be a Sprout here as well. Oh, that's Cog. Push the Drow into a really compromising situation. And the kicks coming off. They're looking to kill off Shashlo before they lose their life. They lose their Drow, so that's the damage gone. Noya. I'll look for a pick here. Do they find him? Oh, there's nice decay out, and they get the click in. They're gonna lose a lot of heroes here, and the Silence is just collecting right now. He's gonna TP away, but the roll lane's gonna say no. The beam comes out. Another +2, 14. This guy is enjoying his game as Silence though. Who needs Staff of Wizardry when you get 14 right off the bat? That's pretty good.
A little bit of an awkward engagement there from Imperial. Like, the Drow Ranger does not want to get pushed down by the cogs, so the placement of the cogs was really good for the clockwork. The Undying could have gotten a much faster kill on the clockwork and could have also saved the Nature's Prophet, but he was a little bit slow on the draw. I mean, at least healed the Nature's Prophet with the Soul Rip. I'm not really sure if it would have been a save, but either way, Imperial kind of get cleaned up there, and this is an Undying who's actually going for a max Tombstone build. We've seen a lot more Soul Rip focus, a lot more Decay focus nowadays, but just opting for that 5-man style of drop Tombstone, kill everybody. If you don't have Tombstone, well, it's obviously not going to work out in that way, but they still have level 6 on Rise. The Drow Ranger is still farming pretty well. Not really the best in the world, not safe lane farm, but she can Ancient like nobody's business right now, and she is doing just that. So Rebels do need to keep this Shashlo Clockwork play up. He's been very active, and he has to keep being active, and it looks like he'll do just that. Joe's in trouble.
At least he doesn't lose 2 intel this time. They're gonna look to counter this push with a mid lane aggression, and that's why I was saying, I was expressing my concern with this Prophet pick because of the Clockwork's presence. But Drought Aura deployed, so this tower is gonna melt thanks to Visage. And Drow finds the Alchemist. Hey, my WoW cannot catch a break this game. He's dead.
Oh, he's taking so much damage. He has Armlet, so he shouldn't die to just this Drow until someone else comes in.
Yeah, someone else is OD, and here comes Prophet. Hello. Rip.
Well, got him. So now here is where the Drow Ranger draft just starts walking around and taking towers wherever they go. Like, this is where Nature's Prophet, this is like kind of what he's meant for. We didn't really see all that much like TP action, although it has been a lot higher than others, obviously, with that teleportation, but this is really what they want. Just set up with everyone, bring up the treants, kill towers, rinse, repeat until the enemies have no more towers.
Yeah, alright. Undying, meanwhile, let's see what he has. He doesn't have a lot of items to his name right now. But I'm liking this net worth here for Rebels. They have a really high net worth lead, but they did have it last game as well. The beam comes in. Will there be a kill? The Earth Spirit looking for a pick. Doesn't find it. The Visage is there for the bailout as well, so not wanting to take the risk there. Baby Knight with the triple null talismans. Wow, this guy. Lots of hate.
I like it. Just a ton of early game pressure. I think, well, I like 2 null talismans. I think 3 is a little bit excessive. Because like now he has to just, I mean, he's gonna upgrade to Hurricane Pike, and then he has to get something completely different
Veil.
with those nulls. Veil isn't even that good with Imperial's team.
Sometimes you just get Veil for these stats, and now the Undying is going to be caught out. That's a good global as well. They'll leave the Undying for dead. Or are they? Meanwhile, Undying bites back into the game. He has dodged that global silence. Whoa, Earth Spirit disappears, and now the Eclipse comes in. The orbs are just big here. Baby Knight vanishes. He gets 2 points in that. Eclipse comes in, but it's not going to work when there are treants all around, and I think that's why the Prophet was picked as well. Silencer loses his life, and hello, Roshan.
Roshan doesn't stand a chance. That was Global Silence used from Rebels, Eclipse used, Hookshot used, and they only get that 1 kill on a support Undying, who probably makes back his buyback gold pretty quickly just by being involved in that.
Okay, he's about to die to Roche. That is not the plan.
I mean, shit happens, I guess.
Double back.
It's okay. It's okay. The enemy team didn't get anything for it. He used buyback and then died back to Roshan, which is something we don't see all the time. But they do walk away with the Aegis. Imperial are still in a position where they can kind of walk around and just at will take objectives in the way of towers. Even easier now that there's no global silence up from the silencer. Yeah, this is a pretty tough game from Rebels. Like, the Alchemist is on top of the net worth chart, but not nearly by enough to make it so that he is comfortable up against this still very live Drow Ranger draft.
Yeah. You can't afford to fall behind against a Drow Ranger draft because you get all your objectives knocked down, and then suddenly you find yourself in the base there watching a Drow shoot at your tower with no response. So I like the plan here to give Aegis to Drow because of the threat of hookshot. So hey, Undying's back with no money. Prophet meanwhile is about to be dead.
Undying doesn't need money.
Oh man, Elk stunned himself.
Okay.
Oh, walks to the creeps, and now the Drow comes in, and that's trouble time. They're gonna strafe him down. That's so much damage. The Clockwork getting juked there by the Prophet. And is there anything to cancel Take My While? But no, Joe is here to claim the life of Fervian, and that's the click coming in again. Joe with the double kill. This is the power of Prophet with the Drow aura.
Oh, they're going for mid at the same time. Take My While.
TP'd away to farm. Thought he was safe. Maybe Knight says no. Shuts him down. 12 to 15, and it's looking rough. This is game 2 of the BO5 finals of the D2CL. Oh, Season 9. Hasten Joe is gonna get caught here. The Magnetize is there just to ensure that he dies. Rebels get a little bit of a bone in their court, but they're gonna lose the tier 1 tower here. You probably don't get this tier 2 as well.
Still perfectly fine for Imperial, keeping the Alchemist off the farm, keeping OD competitive with the Alchemist in the net worth department. Drow Ranger's not doing too bad in her own net worth, despite not being in a lane for like 10 minutes. So yeah, Imperial really do have all the action in the world, and for Rebels, they are really strong when they are able to catch Imperial off in those ways, like hook shot that one guy or roll into that one guy and kill him off. But once Imperial are actually in a 5-man unit, their initiation has to be perfect. And Roger's, by the way, dying to Drow. Not dead. It's mostly dead.
And Ace knows he can play this aggressive because of the Aegis, but maybe not that aggressive as Shashlo is there to look for him, and there's the silence. They do find him. He does have Aegis, so there's a round 2, but his buddies are really far away. I'm not sure he can get out of this. Oh,
There's no detection.
they didn't expect this.
Yeah, the courier just brought out the Shadow Blade.
That was really close. And now he's
now
going
he's
in
gonna
for the
kill
Luna
Luna?
kill. Wow, the greed on this man. Oh, is he gonna get it? One more arrow will find it. He
Got
gets
him.
the kill, bloody hell. And now he goes for the Alchemist. Alchemist in trouble. The stuns from the Visage. Big stuff. Taemai gets struck there by the Soul Assumption. They get the kill. The Eclipse goes down, misses completely, but Rochka now caught it between a rock and a hard place. The Drow plays just crazy on Ace, proving to us that he doesn't need crits to win a game. And now taking on this tier 2, maybe pressuring Rax as well. Great use of an Aegis.
The way you beat Imperial is you separate them, and that looked like the way to do it, right? Like, you kill off Ace twice in the middle of nowhere. His allies very slow to come in. It was only like, I think Noya was the closest one, but Aegis and then Shadowblade delivery into no true sight into, well, I guess kill everyone and then kill Clockwork. Imperial are going to take that 17-minute rags that we saw in game 1, so the Radiants are having a tough time. But with the Drow Ranger draft, it's almost impossible for them to let off on the pressure. Like, the draft plays itself in such a way that once you get racks, you just go ahead and get more.
Yeah. They don't have the Aegis, so they have to play this one a little bit more chill. Don't want to overextend here. Try and claim another tier 2 tower while they still can. They clock down for another 5 seconds. They did get the pickup on him in the middle lane.
Now look at Alchemist's net worth. A sad place for any mid laner to be, let alone
I've never
Alchemist
seen an
or
elk
Relic.
poorer than anyone in the game. Oh, and now the Prophet is here to find him as well. Hello, Taemai Wild. It's like, ah, crap. And get the banish, and he's dead. He's healing up though. Shouldn't drop it now. Shashlo comes in, hooks onto the creep though. Doesn't get the full banish off. Taemai Wild still healing up, trying to get the farm. There is your Magnetize coming in. The Veil is there, but Roshka loses his life, so no follow-up to come in. And now the Undying pops his golem. Gonna run for Fervian there. The slows from the Tombstone. They're gonna start racking up. The Decay is coming out as well. Noya will back off. The ping's coming out on the Earth Spirit. A little bit of frustration coming out. And Luna, what's Luna doing? Is that a give up, hide in the corner, end fast kind of thing?
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Is probably waiting to creep cut.
Okay,
But
Taemai
that's
Wild
not
super
effective
dead.
because our allies are dying.
This Elk has died, what, 7 times now? 0-7. It brings me such joy to see Alchemist dying over and over.
Oh, Luna almost sniped the courier. He's gonna
Yeah.
try to man fight the Drow.
He's about to lose his life if he's not careful.
There's an
And
Eclipse
here
here.
comes the Prophet. They don't have stuns. OD could be here with a 4-staff though. No. Not in time. So Luna, cheeky plays gone unpunished. But a Hurricane Pike Luna is not what you're looking for when you're so far behind. And this game could get nasty really fast. 10,000 gold now behind. Imperial's really locking this game down hard. Noya looking for that Tombstone setup, puts it on the high ground. I don't think they want to go poke it. No, they have very few range heroes capable of striking this down. Fervian has to expose himself if he's not careful. Could get caught. The banish starts it on Baby Knight. Racks up the zombies. There are a lot of them now. Sidor in trouble. Has to force himself away. And meanwhile, Drow says, okay, take away your base.
Yeah, this is
Rolling. Rochka,
No
oh no,
Magnetize.
getting Gust. And yeah, 2 orb Soul Assumption claims his life. I wouldn't be surprised.
At this
if
point,
GG
I think
fall.
Rebels know that they're done.
Yeah. Oh, the hammer! The Eclipse is there though. Takes out the OD. That's a really nice Eclipse. They get the OD, but they lose the melee racks. The Clockwork Hook there, blocked by the Visage Familiars. And now Drow is ready for another strike here. The 2 arrows will come out. The Soul Assumption finds the Luna. No running away from the Visage. And this range Rex will fall as well. And now there's 2 sides of Rex is down. Or 1 side of Rex down. The middle lane about to go as well if they do decide to stick around. But I don't think Imperial are that crazy about ending the game right now. They want to take this one slow.
At least 30 seconds for the OD. get your items up, have the courier actually deliver them, because they have some really, really big items up and on the way. Like, Ace has Silver Edge pretty much up. There's Vlad's, there's Aghanim Scepter rather, for the Visage that's almost complete. If you look at this Nature's Prophet build, this is the most aggressive kind of base pushing build you can possibly go as Nature's Prophet, just nothing but auras. Use the Nature's Prophet farm speed to get auras so that you can get more gold and get more objectives. I actually don't know how Rebels kill Imperial at this point. Like, they were able to kill off OD just because he went in and absorbed a full Eclipse. That's not really realistic in the future. So yeah, bottom lane's now going to be pushed with Imperial having a 15k net worth lead. I don't know how you come back from this as Rebels. Yet they have to take a miracle fight.
Well, we'll see. Taimawal about to get his Radiance. I think this is like the slowest Radiance I've ever seen on an Alchemist. Getting pummeled by Baby Knight, the OD expert in the middle lane, was definitely not fun. And look at the Treants, the Mushroom Men marching on this tier 3, and they'll just strafe down this range racks, the melee racks actually. This Familiar and Drow Ranger combo on the racks is just pretty obscene. Look at how the thing melts.
We called it old school. I guess another word we could have used is classic, because this is like what the combo does. You just grab a whole bunch of heroes that are ranged or able to contribute to push in some way, and Imperial have exactly that. And then you just walk into the enemy structures, and there was Global Silence there. There was a hookshot there. Rebels only didn't have an Eclipse, which I guess they do need to fight, to be fair, but at a certain point, like, you gotta just try to go for it, because Imperial have all day. They still have another 20 minutes now before their draft starts to slow down. They can wait for 1-2 Roches even if they really wanted to. I don't see a reason to, but they can.
No, they're not waiting for Roshan. It's like, Roshan doesn't want to get up, guys. I think you just end mid. Alright, here comes the Hail Mary play here from Rebels. Can they get the catch out here on the Imperial squad? There's Ace. He's in a vulnerable position. They break the smoke immediately. Nice 4-staff out, and there it is. The smoke surprise out of the way. And do they commit? Do they commit to this one? There's the global. That's a big chance to get it. But now the break goes on to Luna. Luna doesn't really have much in the way of offense here. The Solar Crest as well. They lock down the Visage for a short while, but Ace finds the Luna in the end, and now strays away arrows at Taimawal. He has Radiance, but he's not staying alive for long. And even the heal on the Tombstone, insult to injury. Shashlo about to die. Good game, well played comes out, and Imperial take 2. 1 away from winning the Grand Finals, 3-0. Ugh, Mike, I think game 1 destroyed them, man.
Imperial, they brought the heat in this game. And it wasn't really a secret either. Like, once you see 3rd pick Visage, you know that Imperial are most likely going to go just all in on the aggro. And Rebels just didn't really have enough in order to stop them early on. I feel like the fact that they lost mid lane so much when they also could have helped the Alk or any mid lane selection with that Earth Spirit pick really set Rebels on the back. But they needed to slow Baby Knight down, they needed to slow Ace down, they needed to slow everyone down. But obviously there's not enough heroes for that, so you got to focus on what's really important is slow down Baby Knight, slow down Ace. Slow down those two and usually your game is going to be a lot smoother, but that just simply didn't happen.
Yeah. Alright, so 2 games up. Can they take a 3rd one, or are they completely crushed at this point? We shall see. Hopefully Rebels gives us a good game for the 3rd, possibly last one of the D2CL Season 9 final, and Imperial, maybe they slacked off a little bit on the tryhards, you know? Get some fun stuff going. And might see more games happening here. But right now, we're going to hop out for a little break, and I'll be right back very shortly with more D2CL action, powered by Epic Esports events, as well as Face It. We'll be right back. Stay with us. Much love and Kappa.